Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here for this exciting day, exciting announcement. I'm Larry Scott, Commissioner of the soon-to-be Pac-12, and I'd like to start by introducing some distinguished guests. Up here on the podium with me, the President of the Fox Sports Group on the end, Mr. Randy Freer, and the Head of College Sports for ESPN, their Senior Vice President, Mr. Burke Magnus, representing our two partners involved in the announcement today. I want to also invite some important guests representing the different stakeholder groups for the Pac-12. Rick Neuheisel, football coach at UCLA, representing our football coaches who are meeting here this week. Lisa Love, the athletics director for Arizona State University, the current chair of our athletics director council. And Craig Robinson from Oregon State University, the basketball coach representing our basketball coaches who are meeting here this week. And lastly, Chris Bevilacqua, who is our lead advisor at Evolution Media Capital, part of CAA through our media rights process. So today's a very exciting day for the Pac-12 Conference. Today's announcement of this landmark agreement with ESPN and Fox Sports, as well as the announcement of the creation of Pac-12 Media Enterprises, represents an important milestone in the transformation of the Pac-10 to the Pac-12. The increased revenue that will come to the Pac-12 comes at a critically important time for our universities, given the unprecedented financial challenges that higher education and athletics within higher education is facing. The Pac-12 is renowned for a broad-based commitment to sports sponsorship. We support over 6,000 athletes and approximately 250 teams annually. Make no mistake, today's announcement has preserved student-athlete opportunities and has maintained sports within the conference. Moreover, it's my hope that over time, this will allow, along with important other sources of revenue to our schools, that this announcement today will allow for the adding back of sports that have been cut over recent years in our conference. And all this should now be achieved in a very stable manner with less stress on the vital resources of our universities who need these resources for other critical aspects of the university operations. We had three goals for our media rights process. The first was to increase revenues for our universities. The second was to significantly improve the national exposure for our sports programs. And the third was to launch a Pac-12 network. With today's announcement, with Fox Sports and ESPN, I'm thrilled to be here today to say we're going to be able to achieve all three of those goals. In order to do that, ESPN and Fox came together in a very unique and creative way, and they formed a partnership where they're going to be able to share, along with the Pac-12 and our network, very important rights in football, men's basketball, women's basketball, and Olympic sports. For our fans, every football game and every men's basketball game in the conference, and certainly most women's basketball games, will be broadcast on one of the platforms that we will have going forward. There's going to be a significant increase in the national exposure for football and for men's basketball, which will be very important for showcasing the premier programs that we have. And we're able to do this with the true leaders in sports broadcasting, ESPN and Fox Sports, that have been our longtime partners, and we're thrilled to be able to extend this partnership in a creative and dynamic way that's going to continue to position the Pac-12 Conference as one of the preeminent conferences in the country long into the future. So with that, it gives me great pleasure to now introduce Burke Magnus, the head of college sports, and senior vice president of ESPN, to make some remarks.
Thank you, Larry, and thank you everyone for being here today. Congratulations on the new deal, Larry. We at ESPN are thrilled to be a part of this. Larry, before saying anything specific, I do want to thank you and your staff, particularly Kevin and Woody, Chris and Alan, who were instrumental in helping put this together. We thank you for the trust that your institutions, most significantly the presidents and chancellors, the athletic directors, and all your coaches have had and placed in us. I want to welcome and thank also the folks from Fox Sports that are here, Eric Shanks and Randy, Larry, and Karen, who, as you will see and hear, were doing something very special and very unique today relative to our two groups and our activities in college sports. We compete vigorously in many areas, but we also have a history of partnering together around the world and in the United States. And this, while slightly different, is and unique to our activities in college sports, is very exciting for us to be partners with Fox on this agreement. It is a great day for ESPN. It's a great day for college sports fans, particularly Pac-12 fans, and we're really excited, like I said, to be a part of this and have a significant role and extend and enhance our partnership with the conference that goes back nearly 25 years at this point. Like I said, it is it's important for us because we were able to enhance what we had been doing previously. We're going to do more football on our platforms. We're going to have more national games. We're going to create new opportunities and new windows to showcase the best of Pac-12 football, and we're really, really excited about that because the conference has showed over the last few years just how good they are and how competitive they are in college football. And with our relationship with the BCS and having them be a meaningful and significant participant in the BCS conversation every year, it's critical for us to have them a part of our array of regular season football as well, and we're thrilled about that. Perhaps most significantly, because we really had no previous direct relationship with the men's college basketball programs of this league, that to me is a very important and very significant part of this deal. We're thrilled to make a significant commitment there, and I can tell you honestly that I've heard from a lot of folks, our commentators, some of our editorial people, the people that in my group that are directly involved in college basketball, they're so excited to have a direct role and a significant role with the conference going forward because it's long been sort of a missing piece for us in many ways. And now, not only do we feel like we can participate, but we can participate in a big way. The same extends to women's basketball and Olympic sports. Again, we've done little things here and there, but this formalizes, expands, and enhances what we're doing in those areas as well, and that's critically important to us. Women's basketball, we're the network of the NCAA championship tournament in women's basketball, and we really take seriously our participation in the regular season as well, because we feel like we need to as we pay off that sports championship level event. In terms of other significant parts for us, this deal fits right in with our philosophy of the best screen available and being able to put content across platform and across media and give fans an option to see Pac-12 content on any screen that they choose to. Larry's been a visionary in that regard, understanding how the media world and the content world and the college athletics connects together, and it was refreshing to have such a forward-thinking conversation with a conference that allows us to acquire this content and then do the most with it that we possibly can in order to build businesses and serve fans. So big day for us, big day for the conference, excited about the new partnership with Fox as well, and just very pleased to be here. So thank you very much.
Now it's my pleasure to introduce the president of Fox Sports, Randy Freer.
Thank you, Larry. I as well want to thank Larry and his team. We've been working with Pac-10 for the last 15 or 16 years, and we've been working with them intensely over the last year, especially with Chris and his group on trying to make this relationship continue and allow it to grow and prosper for everyone. And we're excited, we're thrilled with the trust of the schools and the coaches and the ADs, and we really look forward to this opportunity going forward. We really do appreciate all your efforts, Larry, and thank you for the opportunity. Fox, for us, we're truly excited about the opportunity to get into the broadcast college football business. As we looked at this over the years and picked up the Pac-12 football championship earlier for 1 year, now as we go out for the next 12 years, we'll be able to expand our role in college football. Fox Broadcasting previously had been in the BCS, and now we're in the regular season college football game on Saturday afternoons and Saturday evenings, so we're truly excited about that. We're excited about the opportunity to bring FX to college football as a nationally distributed platform, to create the opportunity for more and more people to see college football, to widen that audience. We look forward to the relationship across the board and really are excited about the opportunities to develop new platforms, develop new opportunities, to develop new matchups and new areas to expand and invest in college sports. There's nothing out there like it today. The intensity of the athletes, the passion of the fans, and the heat of the competition really sets college sports apart. We also would like to thank our friends at ESPN, and we do compete on a lot of levels, often like you do on Saturdays in college football, but there are times when it makes sense to get together, and with the help of Larry and Burke and John Wildhack and John Skipper, we were able to come together and realize that this could be a relationship where everyone truly won, and the sum of the parts was bigger than the whole in this case, and we think that it really creates maximum exposure for the Pac-12 across all platforms, both through ESPN and the Fox Sports Group. So with that, just wanted to say thank you.
Okay, we will open it up for questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you, and we'll get started.
Hi, Mark McClune, Fox Sports Arizona. Curious what a college football Saturday will look like in the Pac-12 come 2012.
Well, let me go into a little more detail about how the rights are going to be shared, but essentially in the ABC ESPN family over the season, you'll see full national network games on ABC, some of which will be in prime time. You'll see football across all the ESPN broadcast platforms, mostly ESPN and ESPN2, but a limited number on ESPNU as well. And with the Fox Sports Group, we'll be seeing for the first time on Fox Broadcast Network a significant number of football games on the Fox Broadcast Network, many of which will be East Coast prime time. You'll also see football on FX, as Randy mentioned, which we're excited about. It's a fully distributed national entertainment channel with huge audiences and very attractive demographics. And on top of that, you're going to see football on the Pac-12 network. Between ESPN, Fox, and the Pac-12, we've got approximately 80 football games, 44 of which will be with ESPN and Fox, 36 of which will be on our Pac-12 network. And we've got a system organized for deciding week by week which games will go to which broadcasters. Will split the first picks, split the second picks, split the third picks. But this is really unprecedented in terms of the number of platforms that Pac-12 football will be on. And what I'm excited about is I think about how we promote the conference and promote the brand and get our story out, to be on multiple platforms with prestigious networks that are not just sports networks but also entertainment networks. There's going to be a tremendous amount of cross-promotion and talk about the Pac-12 in a lot of different venues.
Just to follow that up, Larry, can you spell out how you guys will pick games? What the pecking order is? Does ESPN take some, then Fox, and ESPN, or how is it going to work out?
Yeah, we've got a schedule organized. I've been referring to it as our own version of the draft. It'll be the Pac-12 draft. We're at the beginning of the season. Once our schedule is out, our partners from ESPN and Fox will sit down, and there's a certain hierarchy of who gets what picks between them and then between the Pac-12 network.
Yep, Paula Bovin of the Arizona Republic. Larry, can you expand a little bit on the Pac-12 network for fans and what that's about?
Sure. We, as I mentioned at the beginning, that's been one of the 3 pillar goals going forward. So today we're announcing the formation of a wholly owned company called Pac-12 Media Enterprises, which is going to have 3 pieces to it. The Pac-12 network, television network, the Pac-12 digital networks, because we are fully embracing technology, being here on the West Coast, in the land of innovation with some of the leading technology companies in the world. We think it's appropriate that and alumni, frankly, from Pac-12 universities leading most of the leading technology companies, that we fully embrace new technologies. And we know our fans are very tech savvy and are very mobile, and we want to very much embrace those technologies. So the games that we have on the Pac-12 network, we intend to also be available through digital technologies, mobile technologies. As between the Pac-12 network and the Pac-12 digital network, we intend to have 350 live games on the Pac-12 network. All the football games that are not with ESPN and Fox groups will reside on the Pac-12 network, so we can deliver on our promise of every football game being available to all of our fans. Likewise with men's basketball. There are 68 basketball games that are going to be airing on the ESPN networks and with the Fox group. Beyond that, every men's basketball game will be available through the Pac-12 networks, either our network or if there's overlap on our digital network. Likewise, you'll see a very big commitment to women's basketball, something we're very proud of. We've got leadership in. There are 2 other very important motivations for the Pac-12 network. We are prolific when it comes to Olympic sports. There's no other conference out there that comes anywhere close to the number of NCAA championships. In fact, just this year, Stanford earned their 100th NCAA championship. They're only the 2nd school in the whole country that's reached that century milestone. UCLA at 106, USC's close behind at 94, I think it is, or 92. So we want a vehicle to promote our Olympic sports. We think this is great. Those things are going to be great for our fans who want to follow football, men's basketball, women's basketball, and our Olympic sports. They're also going to be great for our student athletes who are eager to be seen. They're proud of what they do, and they want to be seen by their family, friends, and fans of all these sports. Moreover, one critically important priority for our presidents and chancellors is that we connect the dots between athletics and the educational mission of these universities. So there's going to be 2 important components of the Pac-12 network that deliver on that challenge. The first is once we have this media vehicle up and running and we've got broad distribution based on football and basketball, the sort of must-see events in our world, we're going to use that platform to promote the educational achievement through academic programming and other non-sports programming. Some of the most famous speakers in the world come through Pac-12 schools, and there's all kinds of innovation that we think will be well showcased on our network. And lastly, in terms of tying together the academic side to our plan for the Pac-12 network, we don't have the formal name for it yet, but we're going to be forming something with a working title called Pac-12 Media Labs, where we're going to work with each of our 12 schools to innovate and develop ideas for sports broadcasting going forward. In fact, just on Monday with President Crow at Arizona State University, I took a tour of the Walter Cronkite School for Journalism here in Phoenix, Arizona State University, a leading national school of journalism where they've got a broadcast studio, the likes of which I think I've only seen in Bristol and LA, where they're teaching students, about the world of media and new media. And we intend to work very closely with our universities and giving them challenges and projects to help program our network, help develop the new apps for these devices. And we think this is a tremendous opportunity to draw that bridge that everyone's been seeking to draw between athletics and the broader mission of our universities. And then the third leg of the stool in terms of Pac-12 Media Enterprises, if you've got the Pac-12 Network, Pac-12 Digital Network, we'll have Pac-12 Properties, which will be involved in the development and management of our basketball tournament, our football championship game, and the sponsorship rights that have been granted to the conference.
More questions? Okay, that concludes this. We're going to open up for one-on-ones. Everyone here at the table is available, as are Rick, Lisa, Craig, and Chris. You're welcome to come up and do that. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.